తెలంగాణ అసెంబ్లీ బడ్జెట్ సమావేశాల్లో గవర్నర్ తమిళిసై మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. లైవ్ కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం.
Birds was 15.60 crores, whereas now it is 24 crore per year. Through poultry farms, then in the state, 36 crore kgs of chicken was produced, which is now increased to 48 crore kgs per year. Besides giving subsidy to buy buffaloes, the government is giving rupees 5 per litre as incentive for the milk procured. This resulted in marked increase in the milk production. When compared the situation that prevailed at the time of formation of the state to now, the milk production per year had increased from 42 lakh tons to 56 lakh tons. The efforts put in by my government to pull the weavers from the hardship and to give fillip to the power loom and handloom sectors have been yielding good results. The marketing problems are solved to a large extent by the government by way of buying the cloth for the uniform of the police personnel, school dress for the students, saris for the distribution during Badukama festival, Christmas and Ramzan from the weavers societies. Due to 50% subsidy given by the government for the yarn and the chemicals, there is decrease in the input expenditure. In the past, the handloom workers were getting less than rupees 10,000 per month as income. Now, their income is increased anywhere between 16,000 and to rupees 20,000 per month. An exclusive corporation for the most backward classes for their welfare was set up by the government. SC/ST development. For the development and welfare of the most backward SC/ST communities, the government is working with special focus and commitment. The government had brought in Special Development Fund Act and thereby in the budget exclusive allocations are made for them to utilize the funds embarked for them based on their population figures and in letter and spirit. And the funds are spent totally for their welfare. I am happy to announce that besides the funds allocated under the Special Fund Act, my government is planning to allocate some more funds to the SC/ST communities. Administrative reforms, new acts. The government has assured in new administrative wings as part of administrative reforms to bring governance to the doorstep of people, to implement development welfare programs more effectively and to remove delays and burden of traveling distances. In the past, it became difficult for the officials to monitor as the average population and extent of the district was vast. Hence, the government recognized the districts, reorganized the districts. Telangana, which had 10 districts, are now increased to 33. Revenue divisions are increased from 44 to 74, mandals from 459 to 591. The government has brought new acts to replace the old and the archaic acts to remove the irregularities and corrupt practices in the administration. The reforms are being implemented to ensure that they totally remove any possibility of corruption and delay, as well as offering total transparent services to the people. The new Panchayat Raj Act, the new Municipalities Act, and the new Revenue Act have brought a sea changes in the state administrative setup. The new acts have brought into achieve and fixed targets. The officials, public representatives, and people have now got clarity on their duties and responsibilities. The development works are taking place in both urban and rural areas without any confusion and obstacles. Dharani Portal, a revolutionary reform. Earlier, there used to be a utter confusion and lack of clarity on the land ownership rights. Hence, the government decided to change the scenario. The government in the first phase had taken up the comprehensive land records rectification and publication program. About 95% of land records were given clarity on the ownership rights. Based on this, new passbooks were issued. This is the reason why nearly 60 lakh farmers in the state are getting the Raitu Bandhu assistance without any problem. The new Revenue Act had brought in revolutionary changes in the land administrations. The government had launched the Dharani Portal with complete information on the agriculture land in the state. Dharani Portal ensures abundant transparency with regard to land records. The farmer-friendly Dharani portal has been a path-breaking initiative in land records management. It removed discretion of officials, simplified processes, eliminated corruption, and has brought in transparency. Anyone from anywhere in the world can access the details of this land through Dharani portal. The government had also brought in great reforms in the registration system based on Dharani to ensure easy, smooth, and transparent method of selling, purchasing, and alienation of the agriculture lands. The farmer are able to complete the process of registration and mutation within minutes without seeking anyone's help, without running around pillar to post, and with no scope for corruption or delay. The farmers are able to finish the process in their own mandals. They get their passbooks speedily. Being testimony to its popularity, in less than 5 months from the date of its launch, more than 3.29 lakh transactions, including 1.06 lakh pending claims for mutation of records, have been completed using Dharani. People are happy that Dharani portal and the new registration process have been successful 10%. It is a moment of joy that the reforms brought in after 3 years of brainstorming have been yielding good results. The government has also decided to take up digital survey of all the states to remove any litigation with regards to the land boundaries. Based on this survey, boundaries will be fixed with proper coordinates, latitude and longitudes, which no one can ever tamper with. Not only disputes of boundaries of the farmer lands, but also that of government and forest lands, government and non-government lands, endowment lands, Waqf lands, etc. would also be solved. They would have their boundaries fixed to put a stop to the litigation. If there is a clarity regarding the issues of land, there will be an increase in 3 to 4% of GDP growth rate. This is an experience from other countries. If there were an absolute clarity on land administration, proper and transparent registration process in Telangana state, it would lead to peace in the villages and would definitely help development of the state. Quality education to the poor students and in residential educational institutions. The state government has started large number of residential institutions to impart quality education to the students from the poor and to lay the foundation for their bright future. There were only 298 residential schools when the state was formed, and they were also run with paltry facilities. The Telangana government newly started 619 residential schools and 53 residential degree colleges for the SC, ST and BC and minorities. Now in the state, in 970 residential educational institutions, 4,29,686 students are given quality education on par with the international and corporate standards. It is a matter of gratification for the government that students from these institutions are faring exceedingly well in several tough competitive examinations in the country, international games and sports. Best public health care. The development and welfare programs launched by the government for increasing the living standards will have a purpose only if people live healthy. Hence, the government is giving top priority to the medical and health sector. To offer better medical services to the people, the government had increased facilities in the government by leaps and bounds. The bed number is increased from 17,000 to 23,450. At the time of formation of the state, there were only 254 beds with oxygen facility, whereas now it has been increased to 11,758. While there were only 100 beds with ventilator facility, now there are 1,484 beds. The strength of dialysis centers have been increased from 3 to 49, ICUs from 4 to 29, sick newborn care units from 18 to 42, blood banks from 18 to 31. The government is maintaining 3 kidney transplant centers, 2 liver transplant centers, 2 heart transplant centers, 22 virology labs, and had set up 25 diagnostic centers. For the first time, the government is operating 300 Amma OD vehicles to transport pregnant women to the hospitals and to bring them back home, and 50 Parampada vehicles to bring bodies of those dead in the hospitals to their homes with dignity. The results obtained due to the betterment of the public health are evident. In the past, the infant mortality rate was 39 out of 1,000 births, and now it has come down to 26. In the past, there were 92 deaths of pregnant women at the time of deliveries among 1 lakh. Now it is reduced to 63. There is 10% increase in the inpatient strength and institutional deliveries in the government hospitals. Under the KCR Kit program, the government is giving rupees 12,000 to each pregnant woman and rupees 4,000 birth kits to reduce the risk of mortality of women and child, so as to compensate the women for the wages she lost at the time of pregnancy and postnatal period. The government has started 4 new medical colleges to create medical education opportunities. MBBS seats in the state are increased from 850 to 1,640, and PG seats from 531 to 835. Development of roads. Better connectivity leads to better society. The government has implemented a comprehensive policy to improve the road network in the state. A policy decision is taken that the 4-lane roads are laid from district headquarters to the state capital, 2-lane roads from mandal centers to district headquarters, and roads to every village. This policy is being implemented strictly, and the change is evident. And earlier, at the time of formation, only 669 kilometers 4-lane roads were there, whereas now they are increased to 1,029 kilometers. Double-lane roads length is increased from 6,093 kilometers to 13,273 kilometers now. This resulted in the reduction of single-lane roads from 17,483 kilometers to 13,785 kilometers. Bridges numbers also increased from 2,893 to 3,323. Panchayat Raj roads length also increased from 64,044 kilometers to 69,844 kilometers. Dream of regional ring road realized. The government has proposed regional ring road to decongest traffic in Hyderabad and provide better transportation facility among the districts. I am happy to announce that the state government, with lot of effort, got the center's nod for the regional ring road via Sangareddy, Narsapur, Tupran, Chaupal and Shadnagar in a circular way. 30 kilometers away from the outer ring road, 348 kilometers long ring road would be formed like another necklace to the Hyderabad city. I am sharing the information that the government is very keen and committed to complete the land acquisition and start works on the regional ring road as early as possible. Harita.